Welcome to Rolls of Redemption, where we redeem your Monday one roll at a time. Grab your snacks, grab your drink of choice, and let's get rolling. Hello,
Woohoo.
2 weeks in a row in this economy. Imagine.
Look, with the rains, I don't even know how we all got here. So,
It took
Shocking,
me
honestly.
over 2 hours to do a trip that should have been less than one.
yeah. But hey, my pumpkin plants are growing out of their minds. They're absorbing
Good.
everything in their path. So,
Nice.
Are these volunteer pumpkins or purposeful pumpkins?
these were pumpkins that were given to my children that we said, hey, wouldn't it be fun to put them in the garden and see what happens? Well, they happened. They happened a lot. They happened all
So
over the place.
somewhere between volunteer and purposeful pumpkins.
Yeah. So as long as they give us pumpkins, we'll have pumpkins.
Cool.
Yeah,
And more pumpkin seeds to plant for next year.
exactly. And I will be much more purposeful with where those pumpkin seeds go, considering they did a great job this year of coming up and getting out.
They
Nice.
do that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Alrighty.
yeah, you got a recap, or you want me to pull this off?
A chaos recap. We started trekking our way up the mountain. We ran into some zombies and stuff, and I don't remember exactly how we dispatched them, but we managed to dispatch them, managed not to get sandwiched between them, and now we continue our trek up towards the top of the mountain.
It's true.
Anything
You
particular to add?
you still have Sadie tucked in your pocket,
I
pocket
do.
dimension, that is. Um, y'all have taken a minor to moderate beating, and you still have the other half, quarter, third, maybe, of this kind of plateau between you and the next cutback that leads further up the mountain. So
Yeah.
you're basically back
Have
where you started, but now you have a series of corpses around you.
have
All
we
right.
investigated any of the corpses?
You have not.
I think Ray took much more of a beating than Phineas, as I recall, partially because I think Phineas got him stuck in one of his areas of effect. Oops.
Yeah, I have 18 hit points left.
That's bad when the wizard has the most hit points. That's a bad sign.
Huh.
Whoops.
Well,
If you wanna
Phineas,
rummage, give me an investigation check.
I will let you search the bodies. Just a little, you know,
Poke it with a stick.
yeah.
well, I got a 14, so not great, but not terrible.
The two in your vicinity are the serpents. You can see that these serpent snakes are literally just a pile of snakes that kind of all must have gotten murdered together, probably in their nest, which was 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago, in that bush. So this is where they congregate. This is where they seem to return after whatever the moon seems to do to them. The corpse in front of you, the one that exploded, is mostly intact. So it's kind of concerning how it exploded and yet is still here.
Yeah, that's weird.
You start looking it over, kind of seeing what there is. And it's not that it's knitting back together yet, or necessarily, but there are multiple wounds, multiple major wounds, where you can pretty clearly summarize that this thing has been killed long ago and killed a few other times since.
And the marks have stayed.
Yeah. It seems like it reanimates and puts itself back together enough to do what it needs to do.
Strange. Are you seeing this, Phineas?
Do you want to see this, Phineas? You're muted.
I prefer not to.
But I really think you should.
Fine. And Phineas takes a look.
It is strange to me that when it reanimates, it maintains the most recent wounds. That does not seem to align with what we had been told in the town.
Well, it would seem that you ought to be able to disable it with enough, well-placed attacks rather indefinitely.
Exactly, and at some point, perhaps it will receive too many attacks and be unable to reanimate.
Didn't they say that they kind of come back from wherever they were first killed?
From where they were first
Did-
killed, yeah.
So I guess we did ask, like, if they noted what happened to the bodies, like, after they killed. Did they just, like, disintegrate? Do they just disintegrate? Do they poof into just steam? Do they seep into the ground? Do they grow back out of the ground?
We would have seen some of that when we were at the town, right? Because we killed several corpses. So, do we know what happened?
I mean, you have the story of the one farmer and his grandfather that the leg would reanimate even though it was separated from the body, just the leg all on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right.
And that no matter how many times they would put it down or put down the grandfather's returning body, it just would go down and then eventually get back up and then try again.
But it would get back up from the same spot where it went
gets
down.
up from where it goes down.
Ah, okay. That might have been my misunderstanding then.
Okay. So if we want to put this in video game logic, its grave is its spawn point.
And its grave is wherever it last died, not where it
No,
first
its
died.
grave is where it's buried.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So that's its spawn point. So it can leave the grave, and it seems like they're leaving the grave to go to where they were killed. So whether you want to call that vengeance or last memory, whatever you want to assume there. And then if anywhere along the way it gets chopped down, when the sun dawns, it's going to come back to its spawn point.
To the grave.
So it physically returns there.
Mm-hmm. Which means they can only move so far from the gravesite before dawn, where it's kind of has to return. That's why the undead haven't invaded the entire continent.
I see. Clint asking the hard questions in the chat. We'll leave that as an exercise to the chatter. Well, that is useful information. We'll stash that away for further pondering. I cannot hear you.
It also makes me wonder why they would not simply bury all the bodies a half a day's journey from Path.
You're talking about all the new bodies?
Yeah.
Well, the challenge of getting that distance and encountering all of the past bodies may have something to do with it. Hmm. Interesting. Well, well, on we go. And unless you want to investigate that thing too.
Question, did I figure out where it exploded from?
You did not. So it was
Okay.
like this poison. You know, because you're resistant to poison, you know that it exuded this poison. So whether it's the poison is essentially its blood kind of escaping or the air in the body escaping, um, you could try and roll a medicine check to better
Okay.
understand what that was.
Okay, I'll do that. That was a 7.
It's unclear exactly what it is, but something within that is not essential to its existence. It sprayed out.
Okay.
All right. Well, so to catch meandering musing up, Phineas and Ray are currently climbing up a mountain that's currently covered in zombies. The rest of the party is out doing other leadershipy things with the Viking folk, and we are trying to figure out what the heck is going on with these arcane towers and all of this mess. The mountain itself is not undead. That we're level 4, Clint. We're level 4. That is decidedly a not level 4 problem.
Doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
There's quite a lot of undead, including humanoids and animals.
I did say from the beginning that undead magic flows through the ground here like blood through veins. So,
So it's basically a whole undead mountain.
you know. But again, that's not a level 4 problem.
There it is.
It's not gonna be part of this. Whatever that is. Separate.
Level
We'll
4,
circle
2
back around to that.
characters.
Phineas's problem.
Level 4, 2 characters. Kill a mountain.
Love it.
So did you guys want to take a short rest here? You still got some sunlight, so you still have time left to go further up the cutbacks.
I think
Um,
Ray would rather press on.
okay, Phineas is not going to slow Ray down, especially since Ray's the more hurt of the two of us.
All right,
I may heal myself a little bit first, though.
go for it.
That might be wise. I don't even remember what spell I used on you.
Are you keeping Sadie in her pocket?
Ignore that roll.
No, I'll pull Sadie out and I'll have her travel ahead of us like we were doing before. Oh, it was the Chaos Winds, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was what it was.
All right, well, I'm back up to 28 hit points now.
Nice. What did you do for that?
Lay on hands.
And you already used 10?
Yep.
So you did another 10?
Yep.
So you got 5 left.
Nope.
All out?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm going to give you the big mountain picture. You can decide where you want to go. Dropping that in the stream chat with spoilers. So you can see the 3 corpses from the most recent path you took. over there by the edge of the cliff. Cliff. Sorry. Dad jokes. And you know you need to move further.
I would rather keep pressing on, Phineas.
On we go then. On we go.
Is Sadie able to scout for us?
I don't see why not. As you were moving.
Little kitty cat
Thank you,
pops back
Sadie.
on.
Your service is highly valued.
She gives Phineas a
And when
look
would you like?
yeah, not by you though.
And Ray laughs and says, I know. That's why I tell you.
And all right, where would you like to send Sadie?
Probably on the innermost path.
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right. Sadie scampers back to the tree she climbed and just kind of pauses and looks back at you two, going, okay, now what?
Onward we go. Quietly.
Are you two following? Are we stealthing? What's the
Let's stealth.
Yeah, stealth.
It might go badly, but I don't see a reason not to try. All right, what's feeling lucky today? Are you feeling lucky? 15.
16
Nice.
from me.
Very nice. How much distance are you giving between Sadie and the two of you?
Oh, I guess I need to roll for her too, don't I?
Mm.
Probably about 30 feet between the group. What's her stealth? Stealth is +4. Okay, let's try that one.
Kitty Cat
23.
Nice. All right, Kitty Cat, you lose her in the underbrush very quickly.
All right.
Pressing on. Doing anything in particular?
Onward and upward.
Here we go.
So up ahead after the tree that
be-
she climbed.
I'll probably be ritual casting chaos. Well, I don't know if I can do that and stealth. Probably not.
Mhm.
No, never mind. Then no, doing nothing in particular.
Right. You have this main path down the middle, which is kind of covered in some rock and debris that has fallen off of the mountaintop over the years. And then you have this little path that seems to hug the mountainside. Which way would you like Sadie to go?
Let's see. I'd say probably hug the mountainside.
Seems reasonable to me.
She dips right into this little underbrush here, and the two of you follow along pretty effectively, keeping out of sight of whatever you think may be out there. And then she kind of gets to that edge where it breaks off from the main path, and she looks back at you all going, it's a dead end. And
So the
right
lower
around
path is a dead end?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm back around then.
In that moment, as she kind of turns her tail to the path, you hear a rooster crow.
What time of day is it?
Almost night.
I dare say that bird's clock is a little flustered. And again,
Well,
knowing everything around here.
It might be, in fact, it's morning if it has spent the whole day dead.
That's true. Yeah, we're gonna jump right into initiative. Sadie
Ah, lovely.
we're gonna keep the same initiative order because you're kind of in this gauntlet, and so Sadie is first up here. She looks over her head, and you see that little rock at the bottom, or that bigger rock in the middle of all the foresty stuff.
Uh-huh.
Standing on top of that, kind of craning its little bird neck and now flapping out some mostly wingless feathers, is a cocker spaniel sized rooster. It then fluffs out its tail, and it greatly resembles an undead peacock.
Has it seen us?
It has definitely seen Sadie, and Sadie
Cool.
has seen it. So Sadie is first in initiative.
All right. So Sadie is going to. I think she's gonna move out to kind of the middle of the path and try and draw its attention.
So she has a rock right above her and a rock two to her right, if I'm looking at it. Can you give me kind of a reference point? Where would you like to put her?
2 to her right. Can I just checking? Can I do this?
Yep. Oh, nice. Perfect.
I may need an updated map because I'm not sure I'm understanding where it is.
Oh, you can ping and everything.
Look at me. Fabulous technology.
I am here, but I need to be off camera for a second.
Alrighty.
Ah, okay. I wasn't quite sure where the rooster was.
Yeah, down south. All right. Is that it for Sadie?
Yep, that'll be it. And she's kind of giving Phineas an ugly eye, like, I've done my part. Now you get me out of here.
All right. The angry peacock, chicken, rooster, bird. Or if you read the subscript, it's a cockatrice. Is going to flap its wings very awkwardly as if it's trying to remember how to fly, and then rush directly at Sadie. It doesn't actually lift and fly, but neither does it fall and run. It seems to kind of scamper and flutter like a wounded bird across the brush, using both its feet and arms to propel itself forward as it just straggles. And it's going to end up right next to Sadie after dashing to get into melee with her. Next up is Ray. Ray is 30 feet from Sadie and 35 feet from the bird trying to hit Sadie, or eat Sadie, or peck Sadie. We're not sure what it's going to do.
Undetermined.
I'm gonna shoot it.
It's a good call.
That is a 14 to hit.
14 is going to hit.
Hey.
Oh, can we say that I put my armor on?
Yeah, you can definitely have taken
Cool.
the 10 minutes over there to put your armor on. And so, Phineas, you could also have your one ritual spell if you'd like.
I have 7 damage on that one.
All right.
Okay.
Nice. Anything else? You
And
moving
that
closer,
is
keeping
all.
distance?
Nope, that's it. Do you remember if I was wearing full chainmail or if I was just wearing a chain shirt?
I
I think it was the
think you had
full.
the. I think you took both. Yeah. I don't know if you gave one away at some
Oh.
point or not.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do half plate because it doesn't give me disadvantage on stealth.
Gotcha. All right.
Hey, we're
Phineas.
back up to 20 hit armor class.
Nice. Phineas, you are 40 feet from the cockatrice trying to eat your familiar.
Phineas takes Sadie's point, and I'm going to use my action to hoop her to the pocket dimension.
Off she goes.
Try to figure out if there's any bonus action, anything I can want to do. I don't think I have anything that makes any amount of sense. So, yeah, nope, that'll be it.
All right. Yep, that'll still break your stealth though. Okay.
That's
Sadie
fine.
is out of initiative. The angry bird is going to flap again up onto this rock in front of it, and then kind of use that momentum to leap off and flutter and hit the ground and flutter up to the next rock, and kind of does this bounce, bounce, bounce until it's right next to Ray, and it's going to try and heck
Good luck.
Ray. 15 is going to miss.
Yup. Good thing I put my armor back on.
And 13 is definitely going to miss.
Nice.
All right. Ray, you are up.
All right, I'm
You're
going to
in melee?
slash it.
Yep.
We're
So
going to
you
slash.
Are you bow and sword, or throw your
Yes.
bow, double hand a sword?
I'm going to do bow and sword. That will be a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And 13 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah. Hopefully this birdie's
Nice.
gone.
It is not.
Dang it.
Anything else from Ray?
Nope.
Phineas.
All right. Let's say that I brought up Chaos Weapon by ritual with the while Ray was putting on her armor. Although it's not meaningfully better than Chaos Thread, so it's just, is flavor more than anything.
Nice.
And so it's kind of wielding this sword-looking thing. And it's gonna fling it almost like he's throwing an axe
Fun.
at the cockatrice, and that'll be +6 to hit. Oh, come on. 19 ought to do it.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And then that will be 1d6 of question mark damage. That'll be 5 lightning damage.
Ooh,
Fun.
cool.
Yeah. You got a description for that?
Yeah, so the weapon flies end over end, starts crackling with static electricity around it, and just it would land right in the gut of the thing, but as it does so, it disappears as a burst of electricity comes from it.
Nice. All right.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to summon it back to my hand.
Nice. All right. Staying put?
Yep.
All right.
Still not dead yet.
Still not dead yet. And it's the bird's turn. It has an intelligence of 2. So it's going to keep pecking at Ray. 16 misses. 21 hits. Look at that.
I was gonna give you the DM. You can certainly try, but of course.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you say it hits or misses?
It hits.
What?
21, right?
Bird. Yep, that hits.
Okay. You're going to take 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
All right, let me do this
against becoming petrified.
one by one. Oh, dang. All right, so a con save. This is not a spell, nor is it poison.
It is magic, so you will have advantage here.
Okay, I wasn't sure because it said against spells, magic resistance.
Yeah. It is not a spell, but it is magic, so yes, you have advantage.
That'll be a 21.
That just barely doubles it.
I was going to say.
Yeah, the DC here was 11. It lands its beak right in the joint of your knee.
Mm.
And for a moment, you watch as your skin kind of turns this ashy gray stone color, and you just kind of tense and flex your muscles, and it disappears. Yeah. Right, you're up.
I'm going to keep whacking at it. That'll be a 26 to hit.
That over doubles the armor class of this thing. How do you want to end this bird?
I mean, I only got 6.
It has 2.
Okay, cool. Ray shakes her leg, like, what just happened there? And looks at the bird and says, "To hell with you," and slices its head off.
The body takes a step towards you and starts raking at your feet with its talons, which slowly begins to peter out before that too topples over.
Well, enough of that.
Assuming we're out of initiative.
Currently, yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
You have nothing aggroed on you.
prolonged silence of a DM who doesn't want to say yes.
Well, just for flavor, Phineas is good. He's gonna snap Sadie back ahead, and he's going to hit Ray with a very interesting, it's an interesting conversation. You said to hell with you, but there's actually many different hells according to lots of the scholars and the reading and the literature. So, and this conversation will go on for a while until we get distracted
until Ray looks at him and says, "Next time I will say to the hells with you."
That would be more accurate. I appreciate that.
You're a silly boy.
Moving forward, you only get about 10 feet before Sadie says, "Stop bickering. There's another one." So fun for me, there's a radius that each of these monsters has for when they will aggro you. Sadie was 1 square away from aggroing this thing into your fight when you moved her out.
Oh no.
Well, all right,
so you have now successfully pull them up separately instead of as a combined unit.
That's good. All right.
Phineas, you are up because it's been all of like 8 seconds. You see this creature kind of move, stand up in the bush, and kind of look out. It doesn't seem to see you, but it does appear to be fixating on Sadie. It's about 80 feet away from you.
Can she tell whether it's similar to one that we've encountered before, whether it seems like one of the booming ones, or
It gives you the booming vibes.
gives me the booming vibes? All right, handle this one at distance, Ray.
This again.
Let's see. It's far enough away. It's far enough away that I would have to move towards it to attack it. So I think I'm just going to use this opportunity to snap Sadie to the pocket dimension again, since we're just rubber banding that.
And is that your action, or can you also ready an action?
That is my
That's the
action.
action.
With Find Familiar, somewhat annoyingly, but it is.
Fun.
But yeah, I've still got my chaos weapon in hand, and well, technically, chaos thread doesn't have a range on it. It's just something I can see. So, but
Same thing
we'll
with
leave it there.
Yeah. There's a bunch of spells that are like that.
Cool.
All right. Next up is the zombie, and
Have we determined if it's humanoid or if it's bird?
you think it's probably kind of humanoid, just
Okay.
because of its resemblance to the one that exploded in your face.
Okay, cool.
It takes a few steps out and kind of pauses in the middle of the road.
And that's all it does.
And that's all it does.
Like, do we think that it hasn't spotted us?
That's kind of what it seems like. Ray, it's your turn.
Hmm.
You can perception, you can insight, you can investigate, you can attack,
I love Sadie's character art in D&D Beyond, by the way.
It's just generic cat, but it doesn't work very well.
She's giving you the side eye.
Oh yeah.
Well deserved.
I'm going to try and skirt through the little narrow passageway to the outside of the mountain and
All
see
right,
if it
so
sees me.
kind of go back up and around a little bit.
Yeah, see if it sees me, and if it doesn't see me, I'm going to hold an action for when it does see us, and if it doesn't see us, then hopefully Phineas can just follow me.
Okay. So you kind of move your 30 feet up. You're kind of right at that little gap between where the northern peninsula of that brush area, and it doesn't seem to take notice of you.
Cool. Well, I will just hold my action then.
All right, you're holding an attack action with your longbow.
Yeah, with a longbow.
Okay. Phineas, you are now 60 feet away from this.
Okay. I think we're going to do. Hold on. What's the range on this? Okay, yeah, 60 feet. on the chaos weapon. That is the difference. The difference is a dex save versus an attack roll. So yeah, let's hurl the chaos weapon at it again, and let's see. That's in that one. So anyway, as we were
Oh dear.
moving right along.
Good news. You miss so badly that it doesn't even notice something tried to attack it. So,
Do you want to know what kind of damage it was?
sure.
Fire.
Nice. Nice.
So that was
Flames
at the mount on
burst
fire.
behind
Nice.
it. Yeah. And just kind of vanish into the air. Are you summoning it back?
I reread it, and technically it disappears at the end of my turn, and then I can resummon it. So we'll wait and we'll resummon it next turn.
Sounds good. All right. The zombie just kind of starts meandering back into the brush where you first saw it appear. It's not hidden necessarily, but it's mostly got it's got partial cover.
Does it? And it appears to have not seen us.
That's roll insight.
Okay. That's a nat 1.
Yeah, it has not seen you for whatever reason.
Okay.
This is the second stream in a row where like Phineas and Ray are just like doing the same thing, or not even the same thing, but like doing well, doing bad, just at the same time. We're just keeping pace with each other.
So
Right.
the reason I ask is because it matters mechanically if I need to stealth versus hold my action. But I think Ray would prefer to stealth and try and avoid additional fights. So I, on my turn, shall continue stealthing.
All right. Roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Do I get disadvantage with medium armor?
You shouldn't.
Why does it say I do? Hold on. Half
Have you
plate, medium
refreshed since
armor.
you put it on?
Probably not. Yeah, it still says I get. It says I get disadvantage with my armor, but then when I go to my actual armor, half plate, medium armor, does not tell me anything about having disadvantage.
Weird.
My my chainmail also doesn't tell me anything about that. So I wonder. I didn't think you got disadvantage with medium armor.
No, most medium armor, some does, some doesn't.
Okay.
I'm
Do
pretty
you
sure that the half plate does. That's
have
very good, but
disadvantage?
it should, yeah.
Oh,
Chain shirt
okay.
wouldn't.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me see what chain shirt does to my.
Oh, yep, there it is. So it's in the little sub tabs. So if you are looking at your inventory,
Mm-hmm.
and you see on the right where it says like AC 16, Strength 13, Stealth disadvantage for the chainmail.
No, because I'm on my phone.
Okay. Yes, it does say it there in the attributes.
So hold on, I'm attempting a thing. I probably would have. Can I retcon that I put on my chain shirt?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think anything would have hit me that didn't.
No.
Okay.
But are you using your shield or your longbow?
At the moment, it's quick enough to switch that it's not an action, right?
It is an action to put and take off your shield.
I probably have it stashed then.
Okay. So if you want to go ahead and click that off.
So now my AC is 16.
Yeah. Very reasonable still.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to stealth without disadvantage.
Correct.
That is a freaking nat 1.
There's really nowhere to hide. And you didn't realize it until you started moving around, that unless you were to like full on crawl on your belly, you're basically exposed. So while you can move as quietly as you want, anything looking for you can see you. Are you going further along the outer edge or coming back in? Or going through the brush? Like, you're welcome to just walk through the brush.
Sorry, was that to me?
Nice. There it is. Yep. No, cat stealth. So I was just seeing where she wanted to.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to keep going on the outside.
All right. I'll give you a nice big picture of the map. All right. We'll let you walk you around. You finish your 30 feet of movement and you're just really, really quiet. And then the zombie begins rustling. And you can tell that it has seen you.
Great.
You can't really see it because of all the trees and foliage. But you hear the movement that it's begun once again. Phineas, you also get a feeling that it started moving. It's 80 feet away from you again. Yeah, you're up, Finn.
Alrighty. So I can still see it from where I am? You said
It's
it has
got
half
partial cover,
right?
but yeah. Yep.
Okay,
so
partial
+2
cover.
armor class.
All right. So, okay, so Phineas is going to. We'll move like 5 feet closer. I don't want to move too close. And he's going to draw a symbol and thrust one of the chaos threads at it. So I'm getting a DC 14 Dex save.
Nice. Good news. It is not super good at these. But an 18 on the die is an 18 on the die.
Well, so it goes. Bonus action, I'll summon the chaos weapon back to my hand, and I'll be at the end of my turn.
All right. The zombie is going to dash away dash,
Dash away all.
And come right up next to Ray.
This motherfucker.
Ray, I'm going to give you a more up close and personal zoom of the battlefield, and then it is your turn. Here's your friendly neighborhood husk zombie in your face.
Love it. And he has taken no damage, so I would imagine Ray would imagine that she would have at least a turn or two of hacking at him before she has to worry about him exploding.
Yeah, and you are all of 5 feet from the cliff's edge.
Oh, nice. Oh, maybe I could shove it. Hold on. Is shove a bonus action?
Shove is an action as part of an unarmed strike. Unless we decided to... No, because we talked about making it a bonus action, right?
I feel like we talked about it. I don't remember what we decided.
I don't think we made it a bonus action.
Okay, well then I'm gonna try and unarmed strike it. If I can figure out... That's still a +7 to attack. That's a 15 to hit.
15 will succeed on your unarmed strike.
Okay, so here's the damage. That'll be 6 damage.
Hold on, and this is instead of damage. You would get to do...
Oh, it's instead of damage. Okay,
I
thought it was in addition.
There are feats that allow you to do that. So
I
unarmed
see.
strike. Whenever you use your unarmed strike, choose one of the following: damage. You make an attack roll. The bonus to the roll equals strength modifier plus proficiency. On a hit, it takes bludgeon equal to 1 plus strength. You can grapple, or you can shove. The target must succeed on a strength or dex saving throw, or you either push it 5 feet away or cause it to have the prone condition.
So my DC would be 8 plus my strength is 5 plus my proficiency, is that 2? Does that sound right?
DC
Yeah.
8 plus 2 is 10 plus strength modifier. What was your strength modifier you said?
5, so 15.
5. So it needs a DC 15 strength or dexterity saving throw. Yes. Oop, I minimized the wrong thing. It's going to make a strength saving throw.
Time for a portent.
18.
Ah, damn it.
You do not want my portents on this.
Oh, are they good? Okay.
Yes, they're good.
Yeah, and he's only got 1 left.
I have 1 left. That's a 16.
Yeah, and he's saving it for emergencies or spell ritual, using it on a scroll.
All right. Well, at least I dealt 6 damage.
You did not do damage because you hit it with an arm strike and tried to shove it.
Never mind. I did nothing.
You tried to shove it.
I'll try again later.
There you go. Phineas, you are 45 feet away and a bundle of bushes between you and the zombie.
Can I see it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I wasn't sure how much visibility there was through that brush.
Yeah, the brush is like waist high.
Okay. Because I was also eyeing up that cliff's edge, but I don't think... Yeah, chaos... yeah, chaos wins as a reaction, like, if I'm hit. So, like, I'd have to try and, like, draw an attack to do that. Which doesn't seem like a fabulous decision. No. Good grief. He's gonna yell to Ray to get away from the thing, and let's start up Yeel Witch Bolt. Now that it's within range, cast that. All right, so that is going to be a +6 to hit to give it 2d12 lightning damage. Yeah, I haven't rolled you yet. How are we doing? 18.
Yes, that will absolutely hit it.
All right. So where are my d12s at? There we go. 18 lightning damage.
Ow! Dude.
Get away! Get away! Get away! Get away!
It does not listen.
I was talking to Ray.
Anything else you want to do, or is that
Nope, that'll be it.
all right? The zombie is now going to try and let's see, claw at Ray. First one. $13 is going to miss you. Second one, 7 is also going to miss.
Heck yeah.
Ray, you're in melee with an angry zombie.
All right.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to try and shove it again.
All right.
That'll be a 19 to hit.
All right. It's going to make a strength saving throw. 11. It fails.
Yeah.
What
Bye-bye,
does this look like
buddy.
as you auto kill this thing?
Ray takes a punch at it, hoping to push it back, and says, "To the hells with you."
Much better, Ray.
You're welcome.
It kind of does this spin off balance thing, and she finishes it with like a roundhouse kick, and it just does the 300 into the well back fall, and then it just falls and falls and continues falling hundreds of feet down until it is out of sight. It's so far away you don't even hear the thud.
Do we see the explosion?
You do not.
Fair enough.
But once it goes over the edge, Phineas, your lightning bolt vanishes. Same.
Well, okay.
Breaks line of
Well,
sight.
good job. Very, very, very good. Very good. I guess let's keep going. I suspect we'll find more.
And we shall dispatch them to the hells with just as much efficiency.
All right. You summoning Sadie back and rolling another set of stealth checks?
Yep.
All right. Give me those stealth checks.
Nat 20.
For you or for Sadie?
One for Sadie. That was for me. And I think that's a 12 for Sadie.
Nice.
Yeah.
And a measly 7 for Ray.
Moving around and through, you're very cautious. This little game of cat and mouse or cat and zombie has paid off very well for the group. And over the next couple of minutes, you're able to successfully navigate the rest of this plateau without drawing any further attention to you.
Woohoo!
And with that, we can do a bio break if you'd like.
Works for me.
You are muted
You're
as you are telling us the bio break.
muted.
Dang it. All right. Thanks, everyone. We will be back in 5 minutes. There will be no tunes by Arcane Anthem. You're once again left to ponder your own life choices with your thoughts and silence. We'll see you soon. Don't have an existential breakdown. Bye. And we're back. I don't know if that was 5 minutes, but here we are. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the Lawless West.
I'm
All
in
right.
charge here. Well,
It's
kind
fun.
of.
You're in charge of all the techie things.
That's right.
All right. The afternoon wanes on as you continue your trek up, further and further. The fun part is the higher you get in elevation, the lower the sun seems to get until you kind of strike this beautiful balance where you are level with the sun as it is off on the far horizon. You can kind of just glimpse how it's at that point where the sea meets the edge of the continent. And you know you probably are not very far from the midsection, which is the city of Hesselberg and the massive ancestral burial grounds of these people, the Randlev burial grounds. Sorry, I forgot the word for cemetery there for a second. So, Nate, you're muted.
Well, on we go. I suppose we still have a little bit more daylight before we need to settle down. I don't know if we'll find the huts ought to do quite nicely. I don't know if we'll find a better spot to set up in well, whatever remains of civilization.
What do you think makes the most sense regarding setting up camp for the night? Based on what we know, when the giant cat has their paw on the keyboard and messes everything up. Based on what we know, bossy girlfriend, you may sit there, but you may not touch the keyboard. Yeah, these are the rules. Based on what we know regarding the nocturnal and solar habits of these creatures, it would seem that in the morning they will have returned to their graves. Correct? Does it then therefore make most sense for us to set up camp overnight because they will be more active at night? I don't know. None of this makes any sense to me.
Well, yeah, so it seemed that they would return, and so maybe being near the cemetery is not the best place to be.
Out of character question.
Mhm.
How far do we feel like we could get past the cemetery in the remainder of the day?
If you start running and don't stop running for any number of reasons, you might be able to get through the cemetery before the sun fully sets.
Okay. Well,
And they start returning to their graves at dawn.
Correct. So you
So
can
we
assume that
don't
the
want
graveyard
to be
is
here.
currently filled with zombies.
But it's night.
It is not night yet.
that's us.
Sorry. So when they wake up in the morning, they come
Wherever
from
they
their
are.
grave.
They come.
Oh, right.
So let me paint you this picture. Within the next hour, there is going to be a tidal wave of undead that flow from this cemetery and wash down the mountain. Currently, you're going to be squashed by this avalanche.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Come
So in a weird
sunrise, they're going to
way,
make their way back here.
the cemetery is the safest place to set up for the night if you have somewhere to stay.
Yeah, because in the morning, as soon as the sun rises, we
Ah.
can GTFO.
All
Right?
right, well,
Are we interpreting that correctly, Rob?
That works for me.
all right,
Okay.
well, let's see if we can make it to the cemetery then.
I would request that you have the spell at the ready such that if we happen to get overwhelmed, we can hop right on in.
Is at the top of my bag. It will only take me. Oh, how long does this spell take to cast?
1 full minute.
Oh,
10 rounds of
okay.
pure concentration.
Well, that changes things.
I mean, it, it is what it is. We would like to not attract too much attention, but good things
Um,
take time.
how close? The map is not updated for me for some reason.
I haven't changed anything.
Oh, okay, cool. How close do we think we can get while remaining unseen?
I mean, everything that we've encountered hasn't really reacted to us until we've been within like
Short bow range.
100 feet of
100
it.
feet.
Mhm.
So I'm going to recommend that we get as close as we feel like we can, and then you start creating our hut.
Of course, stop up a little short. Maybe give ourselves 150 feet buffer to the cemetery.
Yes. We're going to see if this is a terrible idea.
Let's rein back
It's-
over the spell.
With Sadie in the lead, the three of you climb slower rather than faster, keeping out of sight, keeping in the shadows, hugging the cliffside as much as possible. Ray, give me a strength check.
Okay. So straight strength is 15.
Um, something kind of falls from above, and you look up as what looks to be a small stone about the size of a baseball comes plummeting at your head, and as you swat it off the edge and it just continues past, you realize that it was a severed hand attempting to grip hold of you, that you just helped continue its way down.
Phineas. Perhaps should we set up our hut here, considering that hand just appeared out of nowhere?
Oh, it tumbled off the edge. It had been falling for.
Oh, so it's not like it noticed me.
Mm-mm.
Okay, never mind.
There we go.
As you wind up and back, path after path, the sun starts to turn the whole continent, the whole country that you've traversed in this past 2 weeks, actually. Um, this beautiful pink and yellow. The leaves below are kind of golden. Even the windmill, you can see just kind of little glimpses of flashes as it turns in the breeze. And you know you've probably got maybe 5 to 10 minutes left before the sun sets, as the two of you, with Sadie kind of describing to you what you see, cresting this final ridge. There in front of you, 500 feet away, begin these grave markers. cairns of stones piled up. Some of them are merely tree stumps that have been, or tree logs that have just been slammed in the ground and rotted over the past 1,000 years, leaving nothing but little decayed gnarls. Some are full stones that have writing in them, or at least they once had writing in them. The Futhark runes are pretty hard to make out, but you can at least tell that much that these are all written in the very ancient language of the Norse people. You try and count, and it would probably take you an hour to get an actual numbers, but a quick glaze, you're looking at about 5 to 10,000
Zombies.
marked graves here. Amongst those graves, you do see at least every other grave has a body or a body part that is wandering, shifting, squirming, uh, climbing on its tombstone or grave marker and dropping back down. 1,000, almost 2,000 feet away, as you watch the road wind between and in the midst of all of these markers, it enters the town of Hesselberg. 30, 40 buildings easily are viewable from here. You can't really tell their full structures, and it's hard to see if any of them can even hold up against a smack of a hammer, considering they haven't been touched in a few hundred years. But they're buildings. They offer some sort of shelter, likely. But even within them, you see shadows of movement, as something or things have decided to take up residence within them. So you stand at the head of the trail that leads off of the mountain, and you have a few minutes to decide if you would like to run this race and risk the horde or seek shelter here.
Well, this seems like as good a place as any to call it quits for the day.
Indeed, indeed. All right. Well, Phineas pulls out the scroll and he begins casting it, and by that I mean I'm using my last portent of the day to make sure that this works, because I do have to do a spell casting check, which will be DC 13, easy peasy when you've got 16 portent. So,
All right. Ray, I am going to need you to roll me 3 stealth checks.
I can't hear you.
Sorry. Why?
To see if, while he's over there casting, anything happens upon your attention in its wanderings and meanderings.
Well, that was a 10, 21, and 17.
Let's see if any of these friends are going to hit that 10.
Friends. I play a ranger or a rogue. I mean, I played both a ranger and a rogue in other campaigns, but I'm currently forgetting which one has like the advantage to stealth, and I'm a little bit jealous of my own character.
Probably the rogue.
That's what I was thinking.
Are you serious?
Probably not.
Every single monster that I have assigned and labeled to this graveyard has a passive perception under 10.
Yes.
There are multiples that have a passive perception of 9.
It's a shame.
So,
Lucky us.
Phineas, what do you want this little hut to look like?
So, he first off, Sadie and Phineas and Ray are all here because have to be. You're casting it, and slowly you see this like dome, almost looks like an igloo forming, and it just shake, the shimmering magic around them until all of a sudden, with a pop, it turns opaque, and it almost looks like it's like he pulled his cloak over them, and so it shimmers with like this dark blue and stars above it from outside, and it's like, well, yeah, they're all stupid. They're all stupid. They'll probably breeze right by it anyway. I mean, they're familiar enough with this area. It wouldn't be out of the ordinary for it would already be out of the ordinary. I don't see any sense, and we might as well enjoy what we have. Now you just see transparent from the inside, so you can see through it from the inside.
And we're sure that this will protect us. Ray's gonna like knock on it.
Ray's hand passes right through it.
Phineas, I think you did this wrong.
I think you don't understand magic.
Well, would you care to explain it?
I first off, I can't go out, so that's gonna ruin the whole thing. Only the creatures in here can go through it. So that's you, me, and Sadie. Anyone else will be barred, and unless they have, well, there could be some higher magic that would be able to pass through it. But I don't think we should need to worry about that. We haven't seen any of these zombies using magic, so I think we should be pretty safe.
Did I ruin it by trying to knock?
No.
Okay, good.
No. That's okay. I'm sure Liam, when he conceived of this, fully expected that people will be a little foolish with it, and he accounts for that. All these spells are a long series of trial and error and honing them until they're their best form.
Are you sure
Okay.
you don't want to just go out there with the zombies? They're a faster death than 8 hours in here with Phineas.
Seriously.
I think I'll be sleeping for most of them.
Hopefully.
Well, for you and me both.
All right. You settle down, and it begins. The last rays and flickers of sunlight vanish over the horizon, and you see the whole sky turn this bruise-colored purple off in the far-off distance. Looking left up the mountain, the sky is already black on the far side. From here, you can almost feel like you see the top of this mountain, the peak that you're aimed at getting to. But in this moment of beauty, the horror is very quickly overtaking you, as every zombie, every hand, every serpent, every chicken that has ever been killed upon this mountain, that was ever buried on this mountain, begins to rush at the edge. Some of them funnel in your direction. Some of them don't seem to care about falling and just kind of going over the edge down onto the path. And you watch as wave after wave, first is 10, then it's 15, and then slowly you stop being able to see them as individuals, and you start seeing them as just this mass of lumbering, some slow, some quick, some maned, um, just lumbering flesh as it begins to take over the mountain. You can see as it pours over, just like water rushing over the side of a bucket. They're stumbling on each other. They don't really seem to care. They're not harming each other. They're not helping each other. They're just moving, not even as one, but as a series of individuals. Um, on occasion, you see a few attend to the three of you in the hut.
As
After,
in, like, they can see us, or
as in they can see you.
Phineas, this thing better work. You're muted.
I mean, they're not coming in, so
I'm just gonna have my
I-
great axe at the ready.
Sorry, what are the specific things that seem to have seen us?
You start taking note, and it does appear to be humanoid zombies. So likely, if they're here, human zombies. Um, they have weapons.
Interesting. Well, I suppose there are some with intelligence that all happen to notice that the hut was out of the ordinary. Maybe I was a little too conspicuous, but I enjoyed it. Well, we'll we'll be okay for the next 8 hours. We'll sleep well. They're not coming in.
The first few minutes pass, and the horde of undead seems to just keep growing as the mid lines and the far lines and anything that was uh, buried up higher in the mountains now is streaming in this direction. Um, creatures begin bumping into the side of your dome. You watch as a hand just kind of bumps and then kind of climbs and skitters across and over it like a spider.
Well, well, that's not exactly what I planned, but there's
Um,
nothing to be done of it
I need you both
for
to
the
make me
time being.
dexterity saving throws.
Uh-oh.
Not Sadie.
Sure. Saturday, so that'll be a +2.
Is it related to magic?
It is not related to magic.
That's an 11.
And I got an 18.
Um, Phineas, you fall flat on the ground. Ray, you swing your greatsword around as an arrow sizzles through the air and pings against the shield just inches away from the tip of your greatsword.
See, so yeah, working as intended. As working as intended. I don't know how we're going to deal with these things in the morning.
Phineas,
I'll be
you watch
honest.
as four more arrows, as you're speaking, seem to be aimed directly at your voice and go ding, 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 ding against the shield.
This is not my idea of a restful night's sleep. Ray is just determined to be grumpy at Phineas at this point.
Another ping hits the dome. This time aimed at Ray's head.
Ray's gonna turn and look at it and then whisper, "It would appear that we should whisper rather than speak aloud."
Hold on. I am working on an idea. No larger than a 15-foot cube. Let's go
Remember, no
going
magic can
silencing
pass in or out.
Oh, you're right. So a silent image to try and make it look like we're not here is not going to do the trick.
Nope.
Fair enough. And even major image is still level 3. So, yeah. Now, however, if I wanted to spend all 4 of the 5 charges from these boots, I could do a phantasmal killer, which is technically 4th level, and might clean up some of these, but of a creature, so that's not going to solve the larger problem either.
Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. You can't hit something outside of the dome with magic from inside the dome.
Spells of level 3 or lower can't be cast through it.
I'm looking at the legacy version.
Here, I can drop it
I
in
got
the
it.
chat. You got, but the phantasmal killer would only target one creature anyway, I think.
And it's not like we want them to keep moving at this point, so
Right.
Okay, nice. All right, so if they're casting 4th level spells, they could harm you.
Yes.
Interesting.
well, it's a good thing you did not tell Ray that.
Yeah.
I specifically said that I didn't think there were things that were powerful enough here that we would have to deal with them because we hadn't dealt with any magic casting zombies. I did specifically say that. I didn't.
Yeah, but that's not how Ray's gonna have interpreted that.
Well, that's a shame. Technically correct. But I don't have a solution for when we wake up though. Is the key problem here. Although fear in a 30-foot cone might get.
They're undead. Do they have fear?
Assuming they're not immune to frightened, I suppose. I mean, I'm certainly going to try it if we have a mob of people there sitting there staring at us.
Fair.
Or we could Phantom Steed and just GTFO.
Well,
because what the Phantom Steeds, speed of 100 feet, travel 13 miles an hour. Yeah, that would probably that's probably our most consistently going to solve the problem option. So
cool.
That's probably what we'll plan to do. Phineas puzzles this out before he goes to bed, and then he's like, yeah, that'll work. And then he falls into a restful night's sleep.
Then I take it Ray is on first watch, or are you just letting Sadie keep watch and both of you trying to sleep?
I was planning on letting Sadie.
Me
All
too.
right, sounds good.
Phineas is very confident in this dome. Maybe a little bit less confident than he was initially. Now that we've apparently attracted intelligent humanoids that are intent on actually doing something, but he's still fairly confident that this dome is going to work.
All right. So before you go to sleep, you see that there's probably 5 or 6 um, of these humanoids with weapons that have slowly encircled your dome. They've tried shooting it. They've tried zapping it. They've tried hitting it with swords. You saw some of them come up and claw it. One of them actually climbed up a tree and dropped a branch down on you. Uh, None of these
Is
things
the
seem to
branch
work.
still sitting there? Is
Oh
it
no,
gonna like
it's this
collapse
perfect
on
dome.
us?
So like,
Okay,
boom,
cool. All right, cool.
and eventually, after probably half an hour, they give up
Hmm.
and make their own way down the mountain.
Oh, good. So it's okay. I hit my long rest button now.
You may both click your long rest buttons.
All right.
Yay.
And when we wake up, there's no one staring us down.
When you wake, there are a few zombies left milling about in the cemetery. Whether they returned early, had no drive to go, or just are trapped here by for some reason. You see a couple of squirrels, you see some badgers, you see a couple of limbs that really can't travel well. Um, but you don't see any like full zombies. So
All
it's
right.
probably half an hour until dawn as Sadie um, licks Ray's face to wake her and then pounces on Phineas's head and sits on his face.
Oh, yes. Yes. Good morning. Thank you. Snaps her to the pocket dimension. Sleep well.
Yes. Is that how you reward Sadie for her hard efforts all night long?
Look, if I had the opportunity to hunt a mouse or something here for her, I would do so, but I can't unless I want to collapse the hut, and I don't really feel like doing that. So, good night.
Can I pull out like a piece of jerky or
Oh.
something?
I mean, Sadie's gone, but yeah, you're welcome to eat and have some rations. You have about half an hour of the spell left, and you've got about half an hour
See,
to an hour till sunrise, and you're not sure exactly when they'll start making their way back, nor how long it will take them to get back up here.
you could at least give her some of my jerky, Phineas.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're offering, he snaps her back to enjoy jerky for breakfast while they have a few rations.
Here you are,
Um,
Sadie. Special just for you.
I'm beginning to see why she doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Hey, I usually feed her pretty well, but yeah,
She also doesn't need to eat. The feeding is just for her own
I
pleasure.
I
I
know.
know.
Yeah.
It's just
All right.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how quickly do we want to? It doesn't look like we have urgent pressing need. I did devise this plan for a quick getaway. Would we like to execute it to get us further up the mountain more quickly? We would do the writing on the disc thing that we'd done before.
How quickly could we bypass the mountain?
I'd say it ought to be pretty rapid.
Hmm.
For those actually wondering mechanics, 100 feet per round, 13 miles an hour.
And you have seen absolutely no zombies that could keep pace with that.
Yeah.
And we should get one more long rest at the top, which would help regenerate the charges so that we could use it to get down, or at least
We
use it
could
to
also
push our
feather
pace
fall,
down.
like we had talked about.
We could also feather fall like we had talked about.
I think that is wise.
All right. Well, then Phineas is going to kind of make a calculated guess about how long we've got left on the hut. He's going to err on the side of finishing this ritual cast early for the floating disc. And
Oh,
then,
it's a ritual cast.
well, so disc is a ritual cast. The Phantom Steed is from the boots of Winter Wolves. Click the heels
Gotcha.
together. And I'm probably squarely outside of the size of this dome, so we best be off.
Yep. So you step out of the dome as you start to click your heels. The dome just goes, letting in, the the dawn darkness because the the mostly full moon is starting to set in the distance, and its rays just kind of light up the side of your face. You know that the full moon is just a few more days away, and you've got time now. Um, Pretty quickly, as you step out of this dome, you see a bunch of these um, smaller undead and pieces kind of give their attention to you and begin either waddling or dragging themselves in your direction as this winter wolf springs out of the boots, and you are now mounted and ready to run.
Here we go. Hold on tight.
Are either of you doing anything interesting as you race through this ancestral burial ground?
I am probably not.
I'm probably scanning any larger graves for recognizable names.
All right. Give me an investigation check at disadvantage.
I mean,
At
I'm also going to be
disadvantage.
generally just
Oh, hold
investigating,
on.
but for nothing in particular.
Okay. You know what? Let me roll my portents for the day real quick.
Oh yeah, do those. You're gonna want to know what that is.
Okay. A 6 and a 12. So those are other people's rolls more likely than not. The 12 could be the 12 could be useful in the right scenario for me. I mean,
Guaranteed tiny hut.
the 12 would be guaranteed tiny hut. That's true. So the 6 will probably be somebody else's. And then
Mine.
disadvantage on my investigation. Oh, come on. One of you rolled out. Oh, man, that one's nat 20. Am I going to roll that? Oh, my dice tower is not dice towering. Oh, okay. So that's a 16 on the other one, plus 6 is a 22.
Dang, I got like a 17 or a 16.
That's still not bad with disadvantage.
No, you guys are really really attending.
We slept
Um,
well.
Phineas picks up a pair of names, and it takes you probably another 100 feet to kind of start connecting them because your brain is keeping watch, looking out, making sure you know where you're going, driving the steed, and you saw these like Futhark runes, and your brain's translating them into regular Norse, and then translating that into a common language, and then comparing that against the compendium of books you've read, and you realize that the first Vikings that ever inhabited this place, they're here. Their corpses live here. were buried here and still haunt here. So these are
Just for the record, I got a 7, not a 17.
yeah.
So I see nothing.
No. Good news is you don't see anything that's able to harm you either.
Fair.
So these are the original citizens of Tretogia's population. And this city itself was named... I'm staring at the words and I can't read. Hesselberg, after the Hessel family. And that's exactly who you saw, is at least 3 of the original Hessels. One of them you would know is, or was 3,000 years ago, was a very accomplished mage of some renown.
Ah. Oh, well, it's a good thing we didn't run into him.
Her.
Her. It's a good thing we didn't run into her. I knew that.
You definitely knew that.
And Ray doesn't need to know all the details.
No.
What she doesn't know won't hurt her, probably. Not tonight, anyway. All right.
You pass through the graveyard. Looking back, as it's very like crisscross applesauce. Like, looking backwards behind the sled here.
That probably makes the most sense. She would prefer to stand, but I'm a little bit scared of her dex on that. So
Yeah,
Seems like
if
a bad idea.
You're sitting and holding on. I'm not going to make
Yeah.
you make checks, but if you really want to try and surf the disc, we'll have some fun with that.
not today. Ray would love that, but not
Yeah.
today.
This is not the moment for those sort of antics. You watch as you race down the center of this old burial ground, and anything that has the ability to sense you immediately does and begins chasing after in the 10 feet around kind of way, hands crawling, legs limping and flopping, limbless badgers scurrying on their bellies like serpents. Nothing's coming close to you. And it takes a good 5 minutes.
They, once we're like out of range, are they stopping their pursuit?
You're in this constant like grabbing attention of new creatures and losing the attention of the old ones, and the old ones just kind of seem to go back from whence they came.
Sorry, my cats are going crazy right now. And by my
you-
cats, I mean one of my cats is
Teddy.
just sprinting this way, back,
Nice.
forth, like slamming into
Yep.
things.
That's Teddy.
Look, my toddler had the same thing about 10 minutes before bedtime. She was just running down the hall with a towel on her head like a cape and a wrapping paper tube.
Aw,
Listen, I am ever more
That's
convinced
adorable.
that toddlers and cats are interchangeable in terms of levels of care and need.
Yeah.
all right, well, then we should make our way pretty quickly towards the top. I don't know how far a 13 miles an hour is going to take us. I've got an hour of it.
Right. You finally get through the cemetery and take the road down the center of town. The buildings here are barely visible with the level of darkness now that even the moon is starting to set. The top of the mountain is starting to get sprinkled with the morning sunlight, and you can tell that there are still shadows moving within the buildings. some of these buildings are ready to fall down. It would take very little effort to set any of these buildings ablaze just because of their makeup, but at least the quality of their build is impressive to just be up here for hundreds of years without any maintenance. You, you give it a little closer look, and it's hard to see in the darkness, but you can tell where roofs have indeed collapsed in. You can tell where structures and fences and other elements of these buildings have just rotted away, or wind blew them, or a tree rushed into them. Uh, it doesn't necessarily have any indication of the undead assaulting them, though. And nothing rushes out at you.
Do we dare peek our head over a window and see what the shadows are inside? How long have we been going?
About 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. So we can make a quick getaway if we need to, but it would be interesting to know. I have to assume that they're undead in there.
One would assume, but they also have not seemed to notice us.
Okay. Phineas, is there like a windowsill up in like for one of these houses or buildings that we've seen the shadows moving in?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Phineas is gonna snap and poof Sadie up onto the windowsill, and he's going to use his action to peer through her eyes.
Ooh,
You
nice.
look in through Sadie's eyes, and your bones kind of chill. These are not zombies. These are definitely undead creatures, the likes of which you've never seen or encountered before. They're distorted people, twisted and deformed. They look at Sadie quizzically, and you immediately can recognize the intelligence and the cunning in their eyes.
Uh-oh.
Yep, we better move and snap
I need
Sadie
Sadie
back.
to make a dex save before you can snap her.
Fair enough. Nope, that's the wrong dice. Guessing that one.
The creature nearest to her, about 10 feet away, opens its mouth and its tongue lashes out like a whip, wraps around her, and snaps her neck, attempting to draw it into its open mouth as she vanishes
What?
into the void.
I'm sorry, what?
It's not just zombies.
On we go, and Phineas spurs the wolf on, and
Ray, give me a perception
sorry.
check.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ray has some questions at this point. That'll be a 19.
As you are tugged and pulled through this town, the wolf gathering speed in this magical way. Your head swivels left and right, and you see a variety of different eyes staring at you. Many of them almost glowing in the dark. Some of them reflecting the dawn as it comes. Some of them yellow, some of them almost green. A couple have this little glint of gold, and they watch you. They follow you, but
Do I
nothing.
have any idea what they are?
Give me a religion check.
Okay. That'll be a 15.
There's nothing in your history books that seems that you would know what these are.
Phineas?
Right. I was so focused on getting away. Oh man,
What
and
are these?
he's really annoyed that he's gonna have to spend 10 gold getting Sadie back too. But
It costs you to bring Sadie back?
yeah, I was forgetting about that initially, but yes, 10 gold worth of incense, which the spell consumes. Yeah,
That's sad.
yeah, that's a later problem. Okay. Can I make a history check or an arcana check or
I will also take. Yeah, I'll take history or arcana.
let's go history. Arcana is objectively better, but history. Yeah, that's a 12.
What you saw is nothing you've studied. Whether it's something special created by the Necromancy Tower, or if it's something out of the lore of this people group, you don't know. But whatever that was new.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I don't like it.
Well, why do you think we're going?
I will
I'm-
throw a quick little picture in the stream chat, calling it Ugly Tongue Monster.
Love that.
Ugly
Nope, I
tongue
put that in the wrong
monster.
place. Put that in the wrong place. So sorry.
Nathan, the gif you sent is very funny.
It was very, very on
Thank
point. Well done.
Oh yeah, that thing's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I understand why you call it a tongue monster.
Just saying. It's on point.
Something tells me we should return here in the future and see if we can dispel whatever has done this.
Yes, yes. With reinforcements, ideally.
Yes.
Well played, Nathan.
Many, many reinforcements.
Yeah.
Right.
Huh.
It
Well,
takes less
that's
than
a later
5 minutes to leave the city and this graveyard behind.
Question.
Yeah.
We did not see any of these ugly tongue monsters anywhere other than in the buildings.
You have not encountered them at all before.
Okay. And all of the ones in town were in buildings.
That was the only place you have seen them, yes.
Okay, cool.
Phineas tries to make a mental note to try and do a sketch or at least a good solid description of these later.
Nice. All right. With the sun cresting over the mountains, turning the sky beyond this mountaintop to a very light orange and soft blue, chasing away the stars as they retreat off into the distance where the ocean lies. The two of you begin your very windy way up and around the mountain towards the peak, towards the lost and forgotten tower. And that's where we're going to end tonight's stream.
Alrighty. Well, we're almost there. It's only been, I don't know how long, but we are almost there. So, If you're enjoying it, I'm gonna drop a link to Discord. You can come hang out, chat D&D, chat whatever. We'll be back next Monday. I don't know who it will be. It might be us. It might be the other half of the crew. I suspect
think
it'll
it's
be
the
the
other
other
half.
half of the crew. Yeah. So, but someone will be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And Rob will be back regardless because he's running the whole dang show. And we will see you then. Until then, have a good week, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.